was devastated. I'm trying to help him with trying to reassure that his faith should be should be still part of him and not feel like it's been destroyed by her, because she threw him down like he was nothing, and he's everything to me, and so's my son. No matter what my son did, said, whatever, those are the two most important men in my life, besides our cats, our 5 cats. So, as I said, when they were leaving, her daughter was asking about the Breaking Dawn picture and everything, and we explained we got it at Walmart and that. And then she was saying, mumbling under her breath, something about calling the cops on my son. But I just wanted them to get the hell out of here. And when they finally got out the door, I said, have a good evening, ladies. I closed my door and I locked it, and I called my son and I said, Matthew, he actually answered me. I said, Matthew, be careful. Penelope just threatened that she was going to call the police. No problem, Mom. Thanks for calling me. Thanks for letting me know. I told him I loved him. He said he loved me, and it went like that. I turned around and I got off the phone with my son, and Penelope had called. She had called again. And this time I answered it. And she says, delete the fucking picture. Why? Because I said to delete the picture. The picture of the ultrasound? Yeah, delete it. Why am I going to delete it when it proves that it's not my son's kid? And she said, that's it, you're backstabbing me. You told me you would delete the picture and this and that. Oh, I deleted a picture, but I deleted the one that didn't show anything. So technically I didn't lie. I took 4 pictures. And I have me and my son and the picture of the ultrasound left on my cell phone. So technically I did delete the picture, but maybe not the one she wanted me to. Because in my eyes, it's proof that my son is not the father of the child that she's saying is. Because how can you be 8 weeks, 1 week, 4 weeks, and hard in the stomach and going for the test where they stick the thing in the belly button? You can't be about a month to be able to get that test. I don't believe you have to. The baby has to be a little bit more developed, I believe, for that, right? So when I was on the phone with her, I turned around and it's like, you said you had sex with my son on the 27th. He's saying you guys had sex on the 28th. But your ultrasound was the 26th or the 28th. So you had the ultrasound done the same day you had sex with my son, or even 2 days before you had sex with my son. Delete the fucking picture, she says. I said, no. She says, delete it. No. Can you explain me how my son can be the father? And I was smart. I recorded this as I was talking on the phone. So, and the next thing I got was beep. She hung up on me. So, and all that, my son came to visit me. If you can just imagine how happy I was just to have him come to the door and see his face. And he's so skinny. His beard had grown like this much, and he had long curly hair, and I missed him so much. He explained the situation, and he even showed me texts that they only had sex on the 28th. So one, she couldn't have gotten the ultrasound on the 28th because they only did it in the afternoon, and she must have gotten it before on the 28th, but that's a weekend, and on the 26th, that's even before they had sex. So I believe my son's story. I don't believe her story. So I'm not having a grandchild. My son apologized for everything that was said, done, everything. And that was like an amazing feeling to me, because I have my son back. And nothing's ever going to change that. Nobody's going to change that. Now, Mike, his wife, Tracy. I have to watch what I say because, yeah. I don't want to have anything to do with her. I don't want her in my life, and I don't want her anywhere near my son. She hurt my son more than anybody could have, ever. She's supposed to be his stepmom. She says she loves him. She doesn't love him. She only loves herself and only what she can do to make her better. She's trying to hurt my son even more. And I said to Mike, "You're welcome here anytime, but Tracy is not allowed to come see me. She's not allowed to talk to me. She's not allowed to type any messages on Facebook, and she's not allowed to call me, and she's never allowed to come to my house." And they taped me saying that. And that's fine, because I taped it too. I can't explain why I don't want to have anything to do with her. Just know that she hurt my son more than anybody ever could have. So, how I feel. I'm angry. I'm overwhelmed. I thought of committing suicide when Penelope told me that she's going to abort the baby. I let her into my house to tell me a bunch of lies about my son. And if my son wouldn't have called me Wednesday when he did, after Penelope left, I think something bad would have happened. But thank God my son called me, and my train did not derail. Why do I think of suicide? Always, constantly. When things aren't going right, I don't know how to deal with the situation. When people say things about me, because I have very low self-esteem, as I said. Certain situations I don't know how to deal with because I don't know how to express my emotions without screaming or yelling or throwing things. Yes, I throw things. And I say, "Leave me the fuck alone." And I feel sorry that I do that to Robert, but I do. For my psychiatrist, I try to explain some stuff and that, but it's hard. Especially when you're constantly feeling, smelling, and you can feel the touch of the people who molested you as a child, or you can smell their perfume, you hear, you feel, you taste, you smell everything. It's like it's there. And there's nothing you can do about it. You try to shut your mind off to it, but you can't. I have trouble having proper sex because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I don't know how to, as people say, let go. I'm going to be joining a sexual abuse class, I believe, next month. So I'm hoping that that'll maybe shed some light on some things. I'm sorry if there's swearing and not in here, but this is about me and my life, so I believe I can talk about everything and anything. I was abused by my ex, Mike, for about 9 years. And finally I had enough, and he's out of my life now, but he's kind of still in it because it's my son's father. But we've grown apart like the way it should be, you know. We don't see each other often, and that my son's no longer under 18, so we don't have to. My son lives on his own with my nephew and that, so it's not a constant him living up with me and his father coming over to visit, you know. So I think that helped me a lot, but it messed me up too because I'm scared of everything. I was beaten as a child also by my mom and my stepdad. My mom was to get the truth out when my stepfather abused me. And, well, never had my son really babysat by anybody but family. Like my mom, Mike's parents, maybe Chantal, one friend, and I didn't trust anybody. I have a hard time trusting people. And I'm also gullible. Like if people say something, like Penelope was telling me that it's my son's kid and so on and so forth, and I believed her. I haven't heard from my son in over a year. Why shouldn't I? And by doing that, she like tore me down to nothing until my son called me. God bless him. My health, I'm doing the best I can day by day. I have a broken rib here. I fell 3 months ago, and I finally found out that the reason why it's all in pain and my arm goes numb all the time right down to my hand is because I have a broken rib. In 2 days, Wednesday, we are Monday today, the 26th, and Wednesday the 28th, I'm going to be having my bladder lifted. So I'm in a lot of stress, but I'm also very happy that my son's in my life again, and I'm happy, I'm confused, I'm sad, I'm ecstatic, I'm like, how are you supposed to put that all into one word of how you feel? It's hard. Well, if you have any comments or anything that you'd like to say, just post them down below or message me on Ravelry. I'm MyiDestiny Knits on Ravelry. So, take it easy, everyone. Day by day. That's all you can do. Day by day.